Hey, where everybody at? Where everybody at? Give everybody a chance to come in. Is my mom at home? Hey, where everybody at? Ooh, it's cold out here tonight. I came on early enough so I can get some time in to talk to everybody. I guess y'all just getting off of work, and I'm getting ready to go. Y'all getting off, and I'm going. Maybe I'm going early enough so I can show y'all these decorations. Warm this baby up. Ooh. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, y'all missed it last night. Whoever didn't tune in last night, y'all missed it. Oh my God. We had such a beautiful conversation and a beautiful time last night. Oh my God. If y'all didn't tune in last night, y'all got to go back and watch it. I love you too. Fat Cat! Girl, did we have a good time last night? I thought about you and Denise and Aaliyah. I thought about y'all today. I went to bed with a smile on my face. I had such a good time with y'all last night. How was your day, girl? How was your day? Yeah, did you have a good day today? Okay, I sure pray and hopefully I went to the doctor today. Oh, okay, Fat Cat. Okay, I mean, I'm talking about Aaliyah. So you doing your aromatherapy for your bones? Okay, what's the name of the is it what it's a disease? What kind? What's the name of it you dealing with? Because I got off the phone praying for you. I had called a couple of people to put you up in prayer. What you say, you live in the dream? Girl, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. Keep on living the dream. I love it when I hear someone say they live in the dream. And the thing about it, all you've been through, girl, all you've been through, you can easily be walking around with your head hung down saying, woe is me. But you encouraging others. And that's what I call a boss. That's what I call a boss. So many people have different definitions of what a boss is. A boss ain't somebody because you got a big bag and stuff like that. A boss is somebody that know who they are, whose they are, and that can stand up and say they happy in spite of what's going on in their life. What you say? Soaking in hot water, queen, with my Epsom salt. Have you tried the lavender Epsom salt? I want to send this to you, sis. I want her to join as I was talking. Oh, did you talk to her today? Oh, good. I'm so glad y'all connected. I'm so glad y'all connected. That's what I'm talking about. We builders over here. We builders over here. And building each other up. I wonder why when I'm on live I talk so loud as if y'all can't hear me. I guess I got to get used to it. Sometimes I find myself talking so doggone loud. Baby, you a boss too. You are definitely a boss. You see, I got my hat on. I'm going to work. And I'm gonna be racking them tips in tonight. Yes, I am. Fix my little station up. You just got off. Oh, you just got off the phone with her. She hurt her leg and her arm. In a massage text message. She hurt her arm. My day was fabulous. I was blessed and highly favored. Yes, highly favored in the Lord. She hurt her leg and her arm. Lord have mercy. Foundation. Foundation is the key word for tonight, today. Foundation. What is your hope and dreams built on? A solid foundation. Don't you know I use that word so much, Cat, until I know people got tired of hearing me saying it. And I was telling individuals, when you go after something that belongs to somebody else, that's not yours, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna last, girl, because let me tell you one thing, baby. If you don't build on a solid foundation, it ain't gonna last. See, I got my rock star again. The Bible say that if you build on sand, and on another man's land, it ain't gonna last. That's what I told my cousin and my ex-husband. I said, do you actually think that, I said, I ain't wishing the worst for y'all. I said, but you could never think that it's gonna be 100 and hunky-dory when you tried to build your house on another woman's foundation and another woman's land. You build yours on sand, and it's gonna dwindle away grain by grain, baby. It's all good for a minute, but eventually, like them trees in Florida, how them palm trees is so deeply rooted, and they can sway from the left to the right when them storms come in. And that's why God put the palm trees in certain parts of the country, because they built they grew on a solid foundation where they ain't coming down. I don't care how strong the wind come, they gonna sway front to back, from the left to the right, but they ain't coming down. And that's how we got to build our lives. We got to build our lives on a solid foundation, so when trouble come our way, we'll be able to stand. We will be able to stand, and no man, woman, boy, or girl will be able to come and just pluck us up like that. That part. And everything I get, everything that I build, everything that I accomplish, I try to do it the right way and on a solid foundation, because I know when you do things the wrong way, and when you try to get over on people and build your house on somebody else's land, it only lasts for a minute. It only lasts for a time being. You so right. What God has for us, can't no man. Don't you know, I was just singing a song today, and the song says, what God has for me is just for me. That's like all your blessings, cat. What God has for you is just for you. I don't care who come and who say what and who try to take it. If God got it for you, it's for you and nobody else. And when it's your season and your time, it's your season and your time. And then when it's somebody else's season and time to be blessed, it's theirs. So I be happy for other people when they are blessed, and be just joyful for them, because I know mine's is right around the corner. I know mine's is coming. Ain't no use in hating on nobody else because they life is going good, because God is blessing them. Just be happy for them. Your time is coming. It's coming. Just be patient. Patience is a virtue. And Aaliyah is your time, and that's what people got to know. See, that's where all this jealousy come in at. When you see somebody else accomplish something and doing good. Oh, I got on here Georgiana. Hi, welcome to the chat room. Did I say your name right? Sorry if I didn't. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. We welcome you. We welcome you. We welcome you. Yeah, what God has for you. And it's no reason in being jealous when somebody else is being blessed, because that's their time. Timing. It's all about timing. And people don't realize that. People want a microwave thing. They want it right then and right there. But I have come to find out when you work hard for something and things take time to get, it's well worth the wait. That's like our kids. When we just give them something, just give it to them, they don't take care of it and appreciate it. But let them little jokers have to work for it. Let our grown kids have to work for it. And work for that next car that they get, and you already done got them 5 or 6 and they done tore them up. When they have to work for theirs, they gonna say, you can't get in my car eating. You can't be driving my car. You can't do this. But when something is given to you so easily, you don't appreciate it the same way you would when you have to work for it. Ain't nothing wrong with hard work. With our ancestors, it's in our DNA. That work DNA is in our blood anyway. Georgiana DePaula. Did I say it right? Well, we have a good time over here, Georgiana. Pray for your daughter. She lost her ability to walk. She's 40 years old, January the 5th. I sure will pray for her. And I know she going through and it's a hard time for her. You say she's January 5th. I'm January 8th, girl, and I am so independent. And I hate to feel like I'm bothering somebody or imposing on somebody. And I know with her not being able to do for herself 100% like that, I know that it's hard for her. I've been waiting on you all day, Queen, but out of the tub now I'm doing my... Girl, I've been thinking about you all day, cat. So your daughter live with you? If you don't mind me asking, how she lose her ability to walk? Yeah, we can talk until I go to work, cat. How she lose her ability to walk? Ooh, she's so young. But thank God she got a mama that's gonna stand by her side. That's what I'm talking about. When you got somebody that's gonna be by your side and stick by you. Ain't nothing like a mother's love. Nothing. And you gonna be rewarded just for that alone. God is gonna reward you for that alone. She's very young. Do she have any kids? One thing about it, when she make it to heaven, glory, hallelujah, she gonna have a whole new body. She gonna leave this old body. She gonna be able to walk again, run, skip, and jump. Until then, God has put someone in her life, a jewel, which is you, that's going to stand by her 10 toes down. And that's the blessing. That's the blessing in it all. Cause a lot of young girls can't say that they got a mama or a daddy or kids or somebody that's gonna stand by their side. Because my sister was 22 years old when she passed away, and before she got sick, she had so many friends. She driving everybody around. Beautiful, beautiful Wanda was her name, was Wanda, and doing everything for everybody. And she got sick with lupus. And when she got sick, she was sick too long. You know, friends only stay around for so long. You can't be sick too long, because they will bounce up out of here on you. She was sick too long until her world just revolved around us, her family. And then she started having these seizures, grandma seizures, and lost her equilibrium, and couldn't walk straight. So we had to help her with everything. And she lived with my mom, and I would come over in the daytime and see about her and take her places and stuff like that. Beautiful. My sister was my only sister. And God decided to take her home. And I miss her so much. I miss her so, so much. But I know that she's in a better place now. But she had seizures so bad, she would have grandma seizures. And just to watch her go through that, it was just heartbreaking. It was so hard for us, and it was hard for my mom too, to watch her and try to bring her out of these seizures that she would have in the middle of the night. And I mean bad, bad ones. And my kids grew up watching her, have these seizures and stuff like that. In the morning that I got the call from my mother that she had passed away, because God deals with me in dreams, which say we don't know right now, but they are doing lots of tests, and found in her blood pressure was the high one, and the paramedics told her, she needs to go to the emergency. Okay, so did she go to the emergency room? And make them do all the whatever come to mind. Oh, she was taking care of my mother. She was doing some things that we put out. Oh, her fiance is taking care of her. She was taking care of your mother. Okay. Heads on out. Him. Her heads are out tonight. It was on not being able to cater to her. Like she's wearing a diaper and stuff like that. So is this your daughter that's like this, or your mother? So glad to see her. No, fat cat, you can't start drinking. My mother, and she's 82. My apartment now trying. But You can't drink. You got to keep a clear head, cat. Clean up and everything like that. So I'm just here for a couple of days, and I'll be going back to Toledo. Oh man. God is always got a ram in the bush. And before you go back to Toledo, Ohio, God gonna have somebody in place. Send her your Send her my link so she can get on here so we can talk so I can keep up with her. So I can keep up with her. And like I said, God is always got a ram in the bush. And I might just be that ram that's in the bush where she can tune in to me and hear me talk. And maybe I'll be saying something, that that's encouraging to her. Your mother and I love older people. Oh my God, do I love them? I love them to death. Kids and old people. I never really have dealt with a lot of women my age and stuff because it be so much mess going on. So when you go back to Toledo, Ohio, do you know who coming in to help with your mother? Because I realize you got to go home too and take care of your business at home. Trust and believe me this day. God has got a ram in the bush. And God say he takes care and he look over children and older people. And somebody is going to be there to take care of your mother. And that your mama can depend on. Girl, I do, but I didn't want to pin no cash app. I didn't want to pin no cash app. I done had several people ask me that. When I start my badges next week. Next week when I start telling my subscribers that I have badges that you can pay once a month for my badges and stuff like that, then you can just buy a badge and I think they like $4.99 a month to have a badge. Then you can just contribute that way. But as of now, I ain't want to pay. I don't want to drop no cash out because God is blessing me. God is blessing me with y'all. That's my blessing. He blessing me with y'all to come on here. Somebody that I can get the word and the message out to. And tell about his goodness. And let him know there is hope. Let y'all know it's hope. And it's clear shining after the rain. Really? Your baby sister did too? Girl, I'm sorry for your loss. Mine was 22. And then my cousin that married my ex-husband, she was like a sister to me. That's why I said it hurted me so bad when she did that. Because I don't deal with a lot of women, so I don't have a lot of friends. And so My sister, I was more like a mother figure to my sister, simply because she was brought up in the time, where these young girls and stuff being fast, doing what they want to do. And my mom and we 10 years apart, so I had an influence on her. And these Capricorns, I'd come at her and be like, don't play with me. Don't play with me, Wanda, when it comes to my mama and my dad. We call it my mama and my daddy, even though it's both ours. Sit down someplace if I have to get with you. So I was more like a mother figure to her, and my cousin, me and her was more like sisters. Go, but she's not going. Okay, not that day she didn't go, but she's been going to the doctor, so we trying to get her PT and OT. So is it hard to get some help for her? Have you went to the senior citizens? Because now since COVID, they got so much assistance and so much help out there for the older people and children. If you can go to the right resources. What state you in now? Your daughter. This is your daughter we talking about. Or your mother. Let me get an understanding of who we talking about that's need the help. Your daughter or your mother. Cat, who we talking about? Your daughter or your mother that's sick, that's bedridden? Oh, your daughter. Okay, your daughter. Okay, do she have any kids? And see, that's the thing about it. At her age, that's when they get caught in the loop. That's when they get caught in the loop at that age where it's a limited amount of help. But if it was your mother, they got so much help out there. And if it's kids, they got so much help out there. But when you get caught in the loop of it being somebody that's in between, in the middle, I don't know why that is. When it comes medical wise and stuff like that, they don't want to help as much. How long she been sick like this? Okay, January 2nd, day after New Year's, cousin ran into a wall, and I was been having work since January the 7th. I'm waiting on my settlement. Oh, you been waiting on your settlement. You been out of work. It's already taken care of. I was just supposed to tell you, you drop your cash out so we can see what we can do for you to help you. You was driving and ran into a wall. Who was in the car with you? Do Do your daughter qualify? Do she qualify for Medicaid? She should. Because I know you say you got to go home and stuff in Ohio, but we still can be helpers one to another over this social media. So many kind of ways that we can help each other. We can help each other financially. We can help her financially. I'm being depressed since after my... Oh, well, I mean, girl, I'm being depressed since after my baby sister and her daughter passed. Oh, when I'm not there, my son is there and can't stay away from her tomorrow because she likes someone to be her and she's gotta be. Oh, I am so sorry. We gonna pray about that mean spirit. Bind that devil in the name of Jesus. And nobody likes to be alone. She raised my children because of my addiction and being in prison in my custody. And sometimes, Kat, we'll begin to look at God and be like, God, what? My mom, she been so good. She raised my kids. She did this. She did that. Why her? Why her? Why her? But it's a reason behind everything God do. We don't know the reason and why. We don't know why God do what he do and why he choose to do what he do. But God say he do what he do because he want to do it, and it's not for us to question it. And all things that happens for a reason. God don't do something for nothing. You know, or just so being able to talk, take time out to encourage me so much. Girl, that's what I'm here for. I love you too. Everything God do, he do for a reason. And you don't never know. You could still be in prison or in your addiction, but God got you there for her at such a time as this. You hear what I'm saying? He got you there for such a time as this. And the time you was in your addiction, the time you was in jail, was the time, that wasn't the time that she needed you. You needed her. So now we at a point in time in life where you are there to support her in her time of need. You hear what I'm saying to you? And you might not be there as long as you want to be there, but just know it's a ram in the bush. God gonna have somebody there for her. She is not going to be left alone. She is not forgotten. Thank you, girl. She is not forgotten. She is not alone. God see your tears. And the thing about it, God bottles up every one of your tears, baby. And he put them in a bottle. And he remember them. So don't never ever think that all your tears is in vain. So yeah, send me your mother's link. Your tears ain't in vain. Your prayers don't go unheard. And we be thinking, God, had you forgot about me? I don't hear nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I don't know what's going to happen. But our time is not God's time, baby. If we knew how God was going to work, when he was going to work, then he wouldn't be a mysterious God. If we knew all the tricks Houdini was going to do, then what's the use to going to see his shows? And a cute alcohol back on her death certificate. Oh, that's what was on her death certificate. I just remember her and who was, because that was she died by the hands of my daughter and cousin, leaving her on Christmas Day. Oh, that's so sad. And the thing about it, you can't keep letting that play out in your mind because you had no control over it. And I know this is a hard time for you during this Christmas season. But God never told us it was going to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would live this life. Wouldn't nobody, everybody, I mean, if it was easy, then what are we working towards? This life ain't easy. The only thing we can do is grow and learn from the past and be there for the people that need us during this present time. Girl, I can count my friends on one hand. I got y'all, though. It ain't gonna be easy, cat. Baby, it ain't gonna be easy. And just know this. Let me tell you this. What you going through now is easy. Because guess what? Once you get through this, the devil gonna bring something else that's even harder. Because God ain't doing nothing but strengthening you for the next trial and tribulation that come your way. And that's why what happened at the hands of your daughter, you can't take responsibility for that. That's something that you had no control over, and all you can do is learn from it, build from it, and try to better yourself through it, and try not to go and pray that you don't go back out there doing what you was doing, because now you got this on your shoulders, and your mother and somebody that you got, and your daughter, someone you got to take care of that depend on you. So you went back and forth with my CAT vouchers to my doctor appointment to make my appointment. Then I leave here and then go to my appointment. Take my mom. Taking all the responsibility because one sister who's behind me, she's like disability too. But she works down at the sheriff's office. Have you ever thought about why you went through what you went through? The drugs in prison during that time and not this time? Because God knew that she needed you. He needed you for such a time as this. He was like, you know what? I'm going to let Cat sit it out. I'm going to let her sit it out for this time. Brandy wine. But I got some work for her to put in. later on down the road. Your daughter. Okay, that was your daughter's link. Okay. That you just dropped. Wait, Fat Cat. My daughter, Brandy Wine. I like that. That's so cute. Oh, that's your mama. Okay. Oh, her post is so pretty. Oh, I like all them emojis on there. So this your mama's. Okay. Mama Brandy Wine. I'm going to look forward to talking to her. This is my daughter, Brandy Wine. I'm okay. Your daughter, I'm going to look forward to talking to her. Yep. God needed you for such a time as this. Now it's time. God showed up for you when you was in your situation, in your addiction. Now it's time for you to show up and show the woman you are. She has insurance, and she has her doctor. So it's been, what's this month? December, November, October. I think it is when she failed. And that's when everything went. Wow. Y'all, your family done been through it. She just want a house with her. Okay. God gonna do that. He gonna give her the desires of her heart before she leave here. I believe that. I truly believe that. We got to know that God do things on his own time. Girl, and I hope you get a nice one. Well, when we had that meet and greet, we can get in there and take a drive somewhere. Get you a nice car, girl. She was drinking and driving. And she wouldn't let nobody take over the car. I wasn't. Yeah, I know you wasn't driving. Your cousin was driving. And she wouldn't let nobody take over the wheel. Okay, you working on that and stuff. I'm telling you, you don't know why things happen. When you was sitting in that prison and stuff and thinking that you just sitting there, God had you sitting there and had you in a safe place until he needed you. Until people needed you. You had dropped her and one of her friends off all day, went to Robertson to sit out in the car waiting. The moment they came out. That's why I tell so many people that drinking and driving, it kills so many people. And then they don't realize when they get up under the wheel, the residue that they leave behind. Even with like with this Brianna thing and playing back and forth with this man and not knowing what this man gonna do and stuff. Stop all of that, because people ain't in their right minds now. And when people decide to take you out and you got kids and stuff, you don't realize the residue you leaving behind. And when I say the residue you leaving behind, when you do things that's reckless, you got to realize, okay, if something happened to me, who am I gonna leave behind to deal with this situation, to clean up my mess? Who gonna be left behind to take care of my children? Who gonna be left behind to take care of my elderly parents and stuff? We got to step back and think about things before we make choices to do things and get ourselves involved in different situations. See, we jump at things too easily and too quick and don't think about the residue and the people we gonna leave behind hurting and dwelling on what happened, why it happened, how it happened, what you went through before, you took your last breath. Get her to back and forth to appointments. My sister, she has the finances. That's good. That's good. She helping with finances. And that's a blessing. My book is about being, I start off talking about where I come from, South Central Los Angeles, and being in the gangs, and how it led up to me moving to another state to try to get myself right. And I end up meeting my husband in Job Corps, my ex-husband in Job Corps, and we went through the whole thing, the drugs, the alcohol, the fighting, the all of that. We went through all of that, and my son ended up getting sick with spinal meningitis, and he was on his deathbed, and he was gonna die, and the doctors couldn't tell me whether he was gonna live or die. And I was brought up and raised in church, but I lived a double life, because my brother would come knock on the window at night, and I'd get out the window and go out and gangbang and stuff like that with him, and carrying guns and all of that, and then go to church on Sunday and stuff because I had to. And so I wanted to just get out my mom's house. So when I met my ex-husband in Nevada, it was a force to be reckoned with, because bad met bad. And then both of us was just a mess. And so we got off into the whole thing about just self-destruct, just down a road of destruction. End up getting in church from my son, Don. I told God if he would save my child's life, that I would give my life to him. And I did. And eventually my ex-husband became a minister. Then he became a pastor. And when he became a pastor, it was good for a while. Then eventually, you get comfortable in them positions and stuff at church and stuff, and the devil got in there, and all of a sudden, all the pushing and shoving and all that stuff started again, and things like that. And people didn't know. I'm telling people that, young women, be careful what you ask for, because everybody wants to marry a pastor, a deacon, a preacher, because the pastor's so attractive and stuff like that, but they have no idea what first ladies go through behind the scenes, that we cannot help people that don't want help and make them change. We can only lead them to one. Exactly. Exactly. And so I was telling people that make no mistake, it's not a glamorous world because you are a pastor's wife. Because pastors' wives, I think, are the most disliked individuals in the church because so many women want them. They can be ugly as all outdoors, girl. They can look like Big Bird, Goofy, and the Tasmania Devil all together. Even though my ex-husband was handsome. But what we portrayed it on the outside at the church wasn't what we was living in the house. And I feel for pastors' kids because they see all of this inside the house and then they go to church and see a different side of you. So I'm just telling, in my book, it's called Simply Raw, Uncut. I'm telling on me, what I did. I'm telling on him. I'm telling on her. I'm telling on everybody. Everybody. I told him too. I said, I'm writing a book. I said, and I'm exposing everybody. I'm telling on everybody. Because people need to know. It ain't about the big hats with the fruit, the grapes hanging off the side of the hat, and these big polyester suits. Some of y'all preachers can be abusive, very abusive. And I didn't think that I was being abused. And I'm looking like Miss La Truth. I'm looking at her, you know, what she going through. And I didn't think I was being abused because I was fighting back. I was like, you know what? I'm getting down with the get down. I'm from South Central Los Angeles. I might not be able to whoop you, but by the time I'm through, you going to know I've been there. What you say I am doing moral? Excuse me, this year's second anniversary. Thank God. And when is the anniversary? When is the memorial anniversary? For your sister? Ooh, wait, let me turn off this heater. I am having a hot flash sitting up in here. So, and that's why I was so drawn to the struggle is real. And you know what? That's not weird because the pain keep you motivated. Because as soon as you start to forget, baby, don't never forget where you come from. Because soon as you start to forget, oh my God, girl, I'm sitting up here talking and it's past my time to go to work. I was supposed to be clocking in at 7 o'clock. What you say? I didn't know time passed that fast. Oh my goodness. Don't never forget where you come from. Because when you forget where you come from, that's when you'll start to slack. I'm finna get off here. I got to run into work. I love you, baby. Talk to you later.